Afterglow and Harper Audio present Much Ado About Hating You by Sarah Echavarre Smith, performed by Cindy Kay and J.F. Harding. For the bookworms and hot nerds. 1. Aiden. I wasn't planning on kicking off the morning by writing an explicit sex scene, but here we are. I skim over the last few paragraphs I've written. Rome gently gripped Gia by the chin, hypnotized by the deep brown hue of her saucer-like eyes. The heavenly feel of her hot skin pressed against his body was enough to make him come right here, right now. But no way was that going to happen. He tensed his legs, focusing on the burn in his quads as he held his position above Gia. And then he gritted his teeth so hard, a sharp pain jolted through the back of his skull. That heat and pressure building inside of him started to fade. Good. He needed this pain, this distraction, so he could last longer. He wanted to last as long as he could for her. "Are you sure this is a good idea? Us together, like this?" Gia asked. Her hot breath ghosted over Rome's lips as she traced a finger along his bottom lip. He closed his eyes and licked his lips right as she pulled her hand away, savoring the faint, sweet taste of her. And then he thrust inside of her, slow at first. The steady, measured movement was enough for her head to fall back as she let out a breathy moan. "No, Gia. This is a terrible fucking idea." Rome tangled his fingers through her hair, her pants and moans of ecstasy spurring him on. His thrusts turned faster, harder, more desperate, judging by the way Gia dug her fingernails into his back and screamed his name over and over. She fucking loved it. Once more, Rome gripped Gia's chin to get her to look at him. Her eyes were cloudy with arousal. "Our families are sworn enemies. Your father's got a bounty on my head. But I don't fucking care. I love you, Gia. I'd gladly lose my head for one night with you." Loosening my tie and clearing my throat, I'm grateful that Jason has gone on a coffee run instead of here in our shared office. Damn, that was pretty hot. Not bad for a super nerd who looks the exact opposite of what you'd picture when you hear the words erotic fanfic writer. I catch my reflection in the framed glossy artwork hanging on the wall opposite me. I take in my thick-rimmed glasses and how rumpled this button-up dress shirt is, and how it makes me look like a grandpa. I tug a hand through my hair, wincing at the fact that I look like I'm cosplaying as a 66-year-old man. And that's when I quietly observe how long my hair's gotten, how the curls are practically falling into my eyes. A new wardrobe and a haircut are in order. Christ. I huff out a breath as I hit save and continue typing on my laptop. All of that will have to wait until after the work week. Yeah, I should be grading essays right now, but I need a break. Don't get me wrong, I love my job as a professor in the English department here at East Nashville University, and honestly love reading, critiquing my students' writing, and teaching them about classic literature. But you know what I don't love? When the department chair sends out an email about a last-minute mandatory faculty meeting that screws up my schedule for the day. I always set aside a 60-minute block in the morning before my first class to grade papers and exams. But today I've got a pointless meeting to head to instead that's cutting into the majority of my grading time. So I figured doing a 15-minute creative writing sprint would be a better use of my time. A 5-minute reminder for the meeting pops up. I do one more quick skim of what I just wrote, save it, then post it to my homepage on Scribbleshare. Part of me still can't believe that I secretly do this. I'm an English professor who earns a living teaching British literature, who also writes erotic fanfic of my favorite Shakespeare plays under the username Shakespeare in Lust on an online forum. Yeah, that's probably a hell of a contradiction. But I can't help it. I've always loved reading and writing romance and erotica. And if the academia types that I'm constantly around weren't so judgmental about that genre, I'd happily talk about it. But it didn't take me long to figure out that sexy romance is looked down upon in my field. Pretty messed up when you think about it, actually. My fellow professionals have no issue championing violent and depressing literature, but the second they read something
Sample complete. Ready to continue?